This is the Padua Podcast Network.
No diet is no diet. It's not really a diet. Running a Fever, episode 135, Teach a Man to Fish. My name is Michael Davis, and I'm a man in love with his life. Love my life so much that I want to make it last as long as possible. I want to have a happy, healthy, and active life. Well into my, let's just say, whatever age I'm able to live to. But I want to make that age as high as possible. I want to live as long as possible because life is great. And that's why I'm out here trying to stay fit and talking to you about all aspects of health, fitness, diet, and medicine. So if you feel the same way, you're in the right place. Come on along, we'll get there together. Welcome to the Running a Fever show. Thank you for listening. You know, it is beautiful today, even though there's snow on the ground and there's a wind chill of negative something. You see that snow on the ground and there's some really loud ducks in the background. Some sort of sea bird, lake bird. But you see the snow on the ground and the sort of dry leaves poking up through them right at the edge of the water. And I don't have any of those, any pictures of that, unless there might be some in the featured photo today. But you will notice one interesting thing about it. It's a photo of the spillway. And there is ice on the spillway. Ice on the spillway. Still some water coming over, but it's also ice. I saw icicles under cars today when I left work. It's a cold day, but I love it. It's a beautiful gray day. The sun has gone away. It was really bright earlier. And I passed the coldest part of the trail, which is the earthen dam that you walk along the top of, and you get the water right there, no trees to protect you from the wind. And the wind is pretty harsh, though not terrible. It's been worse, but this is probably one of the coldest days. You know, I was remembering last year, of course I was laid up all winter last year with a busted knee, but this year I've been out in it. I really have. I've got to get some winter gear for next year. And haven't been doing it as regularly as I was as often as I was last year. Still regular. Probably maybe once a week average. Some weeks I do twice a week. Sometimes I go 2 weeks without getting out on a walk or a hike or something. But I like to get out at least once a week because I love it. It's one of those great things about life, and it smells nice out here. It's probably, I don't know, smoke from a fireplace or some pine needles or something, but it's really nice. And the birds are back pretty much. It's March. I've got this thing in my mind that tells me March is supposed to be spring, but technically it's still winter. And that's the case. I mean, this is the time I start putting my winter clothes away and getting out my spring clothes, my short sleeves. But not wearing them today, that's for sure. Not wearing shorts either. I've got 3 layers of long pants on. So that's what it's like out here, Lake Fayetteville today. Topic for today is teach a man to fish. There's an old saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And I think that's better. It's better. It's long-term thinking is what we're talking about here. Now, why am I using this old saying? Well, I'm trying to talk about what I'm trying to do, the purpose that I have here for this podcast and my whole, my program. This is different than anything I've ever tried in my life. And the difference is that I'm not just going for some simple solution that's going to help me lose weight fast or get in shape quick or whatever. I am making deliberate, long-term choices and forming habits that are going to help me consistently, continuously improve for the rest of my life, hopefully. And so that's what this is about. Now, I think most people, and myself included for a long time, are looking for a no-brainer solution. You don't have to really do any thinking about it. You see a book on the South Beach diet or the keto diet, and you pick it up and you go by that diet for a while, and that's what you do. But these diets are always kind of lopsided. They're not really balanced. And that doesn't work very well over time. But that's people are looking for one-stop shopping, an easy solution, step-by-step instructions, and they're willing to pay for it. And again, I can understand that. I can easily understand that. Most of the time, I'd rather pay somebody to do something than do it myself, unless it's something I really enjoy doing. One of the keys to my success is finding things that are healthy to eat that I enjoy eating, finding exercise that I enjoy doing. So people are looking for black and white, all or nothing solutions. For example, no sugar, no carbs, all meat, all fat. All of these different types of restrictions. And I've said before, no diet is no diet. It's not really a diet. Human body needs a balance of protein, carbs, and fat. So if you just completely eliminate one of those, you're not going to be healthy, not for long. And how many vitamins you take, we're wired to desire these things. And we can't do without them for very long. So anything this extreme is just not going to last forever. And it's not even going to last more than a few months. Now, this is not just true of diets. Exercise is similar and can be just as harmful. For example, running didn't work for me. Stationary biking isn't ideal either. I can do them, but I don't really like doing them. And running, I'm not saying is unhealthy for all people, but for me, it just doesn't make sense. I'm just not built such that running works well for me. So now I'm looking at skating as a way to get my cardio in. And I'll keep looking. If that doesn't work, I'll keep looking for something else. Continuously trying to find out what's right for me. So I do follow a workout plan from a book, but it's not really terribly innovative or different. It's really the same advice that weightlifters have been getting and giving for decades at least. It's just a specific sort of guidelines for how to do that, and it helps me because it divides things up and gives me some good instruction on it. But it's not a I still have to go in. I have to figure out how many days I need to work out a week, how many weeks I can go without taking a break, how much weight to lift. All of those things are customized for myself. There's nothing wrong with guidelines. It's just that when you get a one-stop solution that's It's supposed to be the same for everybody. It's just not going to work. Now, the simplicity works in some cases. In fact, I'm a big fan of it, and today I was dealing with the situation of work, and a lot of people I work with are just really into technology, and they're really smart, and they like to tweak and do things and experiment and all this kind of stuff. And I get that because I'm kind of similar, but I also, it's a job, and I'm concerned about doing the best job and not making things so difficult that you can't teach it to somebody else, or that's going to be specific to a certain type of equipment or certain group of people that you can't apply universally, and you're going to have to customize everything. It's a lot of work. So simplicity is good, it's efficient, and it really helps us to do things better. I'm a big fan of simplicity. So it's often better if it works. But my experience with health and weight loss says it doesn't work. It takes more than that. And you have to be willing to go out and figure out what works for you. So, this takes motivation. You have to be motivated for the goal to do all this work. A lot of times once you do the work, it's not that difficult. Once you find the foods that work for you in your diet, and they're in your diet, you know what they are. If you find the type of exercise that works for you, all you got to do is rinse and repeat, as they say. So, there's just so much information out there that really takes some personal investment of time and energy. It takes some personal involvement there. Now, I have no desire to sort of create a template that anyone can follow, because I really don't think it's possible. It's possible to make something, but really, it's not possible to guarantee success for everybody if they just do this one thing. So don't look for the running a fever diet. Don't look for fever aerobics or some new exercise plan with my logo on it. This is not going to happen. I'm learning to fish. And that's what I want for you. So you can be fed the lifetime of good health. Become an expert in your own health. Do it the hard way, and you will be successful. Well, it's another beautiful, gray, cold day at Lake Fayetteville, and I thank you for listening. If you got the fever, keep it. If you don't, go out and get it. And I'll talk to you next time on Running a Fever.